Hey YouTube, NWA Prepper here. And so this one's going to be a little long. I think it'll be worth it. What do you bring to the table? And I'm talking about to your family or your mag group or your tribe or your unit or whatever you call your preparedness associations. And I have some notes on this because what happened is I had a group that I'm a member of, and we had a meeting, a mag meeting is what it was, a mutual assistance group. And that group is a group of people who, if there is a need, call. Need a tree cut up? Call. You need, I need help doing this. My car's broken, or I need help doing that. It's a group of people that you felt like you will go help them, and they'll help you. And that requires more than just saying we're in this group, in my mind. And this video is about stepping up. Because you can go to a meeting or a get-together and you can go to a class on something. You can go to a class on tactical reloads and have a great time. And no problem, buddy. You guys call me if you need anything. I'll see you in a couple months. That's fine. There's plenty of room for that. But what's more important is, and you guys can't see this, so you just kind of got to use your imagination, because I'm not going to stop and do a show and tell. My back seat is got an orange medical kit that you can see. There's a milk crate full of water purification stuff and radios that are back there. I've got lanterns. I've got 4 tables. I've got 2 canopies. I've got a 4-wheeler. I've got a trailer that hooks on that 4-wheeler. It's on it now, but it hooks on it. And I have several tubs of trauma and medical supplies, ranging everything from tourniquets and combat dressings and pressure dressings all the way down to Pepto-Bismol and Tylenol, in anticipation of any first aid event, short of going in an ambulance into the hospital, that I can prepare for, that I can have the supplies on hand to deal with. That's what I have. Because what I feel my calling is for my group is I'm one of the medical guys. And currently I am the medical guy. I'm not a doctor. I'm not a nurse. I'm in emergency medicine, and I teach basic and intermediate first aid. And I've done that for a long time. And I've taught first responder classes, and I've taught something similar to stop the bleed. I've taught TCCC. I've taught all kinds of things and done all kinds of things, because my whole life, from the moment I started in Boy Scouts, was about having the Band-Aid necessary to take care of somebody, about having the capability to dry a tear and clean a scraped elbow or knee off a young person and send them back to playing, all the way up to having what it takes to do CPR or to save a life with stopping the bleeding, and many more things. That's irrelevant. You need to have your niche, your superhero cape, and you need to have it ready to go. So when you get a call from your family, from your mag group, from your tribe, from your whoever you call them, when you get that call, you don't need a day to gather all your stuff. You need to be like the superhero that you can be. And I just had in my head a vision of, in the 80s, there was a superhero who didn't know how to fly and, didn't know all his superpowers, and he was a blonde guy and he wore tights and had a cape. I'm not a superhero. I'm far from it. But I need to be ready to perform my mission with my group. Now, if your mission is chainsaws, if you're the guy that knows everything about cutting trees, then you need to be ready for that. You need to have, and we have this person, and in class I was talking about him, but I asked him, I said, T, you're our chainsaw guy. When I think of chainsaws and cutting trees safely, you're it. So, do you have all the tools you need? Do you have your utility belt, your cape, and your Batmobile, and all that things to go do the superhero things when it comes to cutting trees? And he grinned, ear to ear, and he goes, yeah, Trav, I've got my chainsaw, I've got my gas, I've got my oil, I've got my ropes. And he went on, and he named all these parts and pieces that are needed to be the chainsaw guy for our group. Now, can he do first aid? Of course he can do first aid. Can he be a driver? Can he shoot? Can he do all the things? Yes, he can do all the things a little bit. But his specialty is he builds things, and he can run a chainsaw. He was a logger, among many other things, but he was a logger. He is a professional. He has raised that skill set to the best that he can be. And the best that he can be is awesome. An auto mechanic. If you're an auto mechanic for your group, yes, you may be the guy that helps cook dinner. The cook, oh my gosh, that's so important. But if you're that auto mechanic and you're the dishwasher, but you're the mechanic, be the best mechanic you can be for your group. Be ready. And when I say be ready, and I use the tubs for my thing, my cape that I put on when I get called, when the NWA prepper signal gets turned on, is my first aid stuff. And I have it ready in tubs, in a pile, just like my bug out bag. My bug out bag's in here too. My rifle is in here too. My communication equipment's in here. I've got a few things that I need to help cook. I've got my maps and compass. I've got a little bit of all the things that I think everyone should have, but my focus is first aid. You need to know, you need to find out what's in your heart, what God has blessed you with feeling passionate about, and communicate that with your family and your group, and say, guys, you know what? feel so passionate about security we've got to be safe. We've got to have someone watching the gate, watching the back door, watching our supplies and our family all the time. I'm going to go to classes. I'm going to learn. I've got experience in law enforcement and military, and I've got this training, and I want to use it, and I'm going to gather the tools that I need to help do security. And I'm going to take that security task to a new level for this group, because that's where my heart is. And there are things that you can have ready to make doing security easier. Binoculars, glow stick things that crack on the tree, that when you trip a wire it cracks the glow stick. Game cameras, big flashlights, pen and paper, maps. And I'm sure you can go as much as you want to night vision and thermal imaging and set aside training. And I've got these 5 guys that's all they want to do is focus on security. That's great. That's their superpower. What is your superpower? What are you bringing to the team? If you are the person that grows the garden, you need to be the best gardener you can be. You need to study things. You need to practice things. You need to have the trowel and the seeds and the watering methods. And you need to have all that figured out. And you need to have all those things that you use to do your passion at home. You need to have them ready. So in a moment's notice, you can toss them in the car, toss them in the truck, call the neighbor to come pick you up, and be ready to go be the best gardener you can be. Not everyone is designed for every task. I do believe everyone should have general knowledge of as many tasks as you can. Goats. I'm not a goat guy, but I know how to tie them up. I know how to move them. I know what to eat. I know things to not put them by. But I am not the shepherd. Find what you're passionate about and do it. And take it to a new level. Go to your group and go, guys, this eating MRE stuff when we're out on our trainings is for the birds. I'm going to bring my grill, or I'm going to bring my pots and pans, and we're going to eat for real. We're going to eat healthy, nutritious foods that fill us up right, so we're not sitting in a circle eating granola bars and oatmeal cream pies. Be that person. You can do it. You can do it. If you want to be prepared, and it doesn't matter, if you're 43 years old and 350 pounds. Find something you can do. If you're 18 years old or 16 years old and you have a passion to do something in your group, do it. Step up and take ownership. You can be better. You can be the best. You can inspire others. You can make it so that when someone in your group says, "Oh man, the pump at my house, my well house fell in, and I don't know what to do. But I know I can call Gerald, and Gerald will be here, and he knows. He's got the light, he's got the magnet, he's got the ropes. We can pull that pump out, and we can figure out what's going on. Or my lights don't work, I can call Sally, and Sally's an electrician, and she can come up, and she's got the electric meters, and she's got the knowledge to help me figure out why I don't have lights." There's so many things that are important, and we can't be good at all of them. You can do all of them. And I know some of you are going, "Oh, I don't need this, I don't need that, I can do this, and this." And you can. And I'm excited. And for those of you that know you're all set, I'm proud of you. And maybe even a little jealous. But that's not me. I'm part of a group because I want to serve others. I want to take what I'm most passionate about, and I want to take that and I want to prepare it. I am a prepper. I identify myself as a prepper. I want to be prepared so that when somebody comes to me and goes, man, I think I twisted my ankle. Is there anything you can do? Bam, I've got it. Give me just a second. I've got a 3-inch ACE wrap. We can take care of that. Well, capillary refill's good. Can you wiggle your toes? Awesome. You need an ice pack? I got it. I want to be that person for my group. And I want you to be whatever person, whatever type of superpower you have, I want you to use it for your group. We are all superheroes. We have all been given a passion from God Almighty. It's in you. If you don't know what it is, you got to find it. Look for it. Pray for it, ask for it, search for it, try new things, and you'll find it. And when you find it, you make it your mission to get better at it. Not everything requires stuff. Prepping often is about stuff. This isn't. Because I know someone who is a good mechanic and he doesn't need stuff to do it. A couple wrenches and a couple tools, and I'm telling you, he could build a tank out of a Volkswagen. That's his superpower. That's what he's bringing to the table. What are you bringing to the table? Have you found your superpower? And if you have, that's what you need to bring to the table. We can do it. Together we can be ready. That's what it's all about to me. Let's get ready.